Uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom! Well, hello there, humans of his earthlings, if you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about game sense. I'm going to describe how training for early game is how you pick it up late game and you win more. And I want you to really pay attention to this because it's important to understand that game sense isn't just falling and picking up an M416. It's falling, picking up an M416, shooting all these targets, and being aware enough that you realize that there is someone pushing you from behind, even when you're on super low health and you've got an engagement right in front of you, and timing it perfectly so that you nail the guy through the door, kill the heal, and walk away a winner. That's game sense. And you build this up by hot dropping and putting yourself in really tight situations again and again and again. And that way, when you get to the last stages of the game where every single decision has a huge bearing on whether or not you live or die, you're going to be very, very comfortable. Hot dropping right next to someone and picking up whatever is on the ground and being able to turn that into a win is important. It means that you build up the muscle. You build up the muscle that actually allows you to be comfortable and be completely calm in these kind of situations. And use all kinds of different weapons, whatever's at your disposal. It makes you a much better player. I've been hot dropping basically since about season 3, season 4. I haven't had an intentional drop out of area for probably 12 or 13 seasons. It's always intentionally a hot drop. It's always a place where there are going to be other people. It will screw with your kill death ratio, and it will make you a better player, and it will allow you to be a guy that no one really wants to have to deal with at the end of the day. If you've watched any of my live stuff, you'll know that I'm not like freaking out. I'm just not freaking out. I'm never really freaking out because if you've been there often enough and you've put yourself in terrible situations, when you get to this point where there's 4 people left, you're able to react really, really quickly when things get tense. There's a guy down there with an AWM. There's a bloke there on my left. There's someone that we don't know where they are. And all we want to do is bring this one home. We've got 7 kills already. It's been a pretty good Livik hot drop and it's all happening. Now I'm going to show you this, and then I'm going to show you a really good example of game sense where there's myself, Gangsy, and Ouija. And it's not about winning the game in that one. It's about surviving and getting through to the next level. And I've got to tell you, doing this and playing like this just makes you not just a better player, but it makes the game way, way more fun and enjoyable. When we want to have fun in life, generally we'll challenge ourselves to do something, like in sport, in adrenaline-fueled rock climbing or jumping off cliffs or whatever you want to call it. You want challenge. If you've got challenge, then there is a worthwhile pursuit. One of the big issues most people have with cheats is there is no challenge. Earning a title of Conqueror when you don't actually run the game yourself, where something else is doing all the important skills like shooting and aiming and knowing where targets are, that's an empty vessel. There's no reward there for you. Literally, you're only cheating yourself. That's the real thing. This kind of gameplay and building game sense allows you to be in situations like this where you're very, very calm, where things are happening and you're just slowly grinding it out. Because when you get late game, it is really about grinding it out. And the circle turns things into an absolute nightmare. And you've got to be able to use smoke effectively, use your ears effectively. And I don't snake either. I find that to be far more exciting and challenging. I find snaking to be exceptionally boring and a real cop-out. And it doesn't improve your gameplay either. I haven't snaked for a long, long time. I'll only stand upright. I'm not interested. You can snake as much as you want. I think it makes you a worse player of PUBG Mobile. Even if I lose circles to snaking, it's not something that I'm going to do. So game sense. What exactly do you do when you drop early to build this? Well, it's an enforced thing. You are immediately chucked into a cauldron with a whole bunch of other people, where it very much is a Darwinian style kill or be killed. Evolution is strong here. You will build your own style of gameplay and your own abilities simply because you're forced to. You have to make decisions like, am I reviving or am I shooting? And the more you do this, the better you get at making those decisions. Those split second, I've got a gun, there's an advantage, there's a bloke who's falling down, he doesn't have a gun yet, there's a huge advantage if I can get there quickly. Those are the kind of decisions that will make you into a much better player. So let's go and have a look at a situation which wasn't really about winning for me, but was absolutely about really showing this sense of what's going on around you, taking all the sound, the fury, the feedback from your teammates into account. And I'll show you this game. This is on Livic. This is Ganksy and I and Mr. Ouija, the Aussie trio. They're both from Melbourne. I'm from Sydney. I won't hold that against them. And we're going to overextend here. Ganksy's going to push very hard down to the brown building, and Ouija's going to push down into the area just above that, overlooking him. Now, I've got hit from behind, and this is where the breakup and the disconnect happens. I'm like, there's people behind us, and Ganksy's already committing down the hill, and Ouija gets caught in between, and then it all goes to hell in a handbasket. Ganksy's going to get knocked out. Ouija's going to get knocked out. So my primary objective here is to not let them thirst Ganksy. So I'm going to throw a smoke at Ouija, which is obviously an important thing to do, but I'm not going to revive him. I'm going to get him safe in that smoke, and I'm going to move up to Ganksy, and I'm going to stop the thirst. Get a knock on him. Great. Now I can get Azza up, while Ganksy is okay, because they're not going to push while the knock is on. I can hear there's people all around me, so I need to get across that road really, really quickly. I need to both deny Ganksy, the people that are trying to thirst him, and I also have to get him up at the same time. Now, this is not going to be easy. I'm going to chuck a Gren just over the back edge there, so if they do start to push or there's someone on that corner, I can get stuck into them, and then I'm going to get down, and get funky. And I'm not going to directly approach. I'm listening. I know they're on that right side. I'm just looking for an opportunity. Now, as this happens, the people who were pushing up behind us are going to turn up and start smashing Mr. Ouija. Now, we walked into this encounter with 34 people left alive. Okay, there are now 17 left alive. I've got Ganksy up, Az is now being thirsted. This is not good. I'm moving up, can't help it. He's in trouble. So we have people next to us, people directly ahead of us across the road, people in the building, and people on the... oh, hello. There's one. Ganksy's okay. He's alive at the front. But there's people across the road now. So we've got another squad third-partying us. So there's 3 squads who are trying to shoot us. You're going to see Ganksy in a second. Oh, here comes another one off the hilltop. Get Ganksy, who's now getting hit from behind as well. I don't have a helmet. I've got no health. And I don't have any smokes. So what I'm going to do here is use a first aid kit. We get Ganksy up, and I'm completely aware of where everyone is on the map here. I need a smoke. I'm going to go and grab that loot box. Duck, weave. Duck, weave. I need a smoke. I need a smoke. I need a smoke for Ganksy before they start getting an angle on him. Here comes the smoke. Into the corner there. Moving around. I'm not going back in because I'm actually going to revive this, even though they're hitting me. There we go. Now, we're going to get hit, but when you're getting hit, you can actually move around a little bit. So I move an edge. Every time they hit me in the smoke, I'm going to move a little bit more. That's fine. Hold the revive. Get the hell inside. This is absolutely hectic, but this is the stuff you want to be doing. You want to engage in gunfights like this. You want to be learning the whole, immersing yourself in the game like this, because your body and your ears and your eyes and everything will start working together in a synergistic fashion so that you are both taking in what the game's telling you, what the circle's doing. We know we've got to move here, but we need meds, so I'm looting up for meds. We don't win this game. We don't even go much further than this. There's still a whole squad up there, but I want you to watch this. Ganksy, we don't have meds, we don't have smokes, we don't have anything. Ganksy and I are now moving on to the next problem. Get a hit, but it's not enough. I'm taking painkillers. There is a squad camping us on the zone line right now. And rather than just freak out and start losing our minds and start getting super hyped and all that kind of thing, we know we need to get a knock. And we need to get the knock not just to clear this guy, but because we need the meds. There goes Ganksy. He gets the knock on this dude. I'm going to run back to the top here and thirst him. Hopefully Ganksy can get in down low and I can then go and give him some meds. Here we go. Unfortunately, there's his teammate. I got some meds there, so we get a heal. Excellent stuff. Ganksy then gets engaged from the other side. And we just end up, there is no more winning here. There's another couple of blokes over here, and we're done. We're just done. You can only push it so far, and yet we went much further than we should have gone. I can't get to Gangsty, but I'm going to try. There's no way round. I'm just going to try because it's my teammate, and this is the stuff that makes the game fun. And there's nothing left to do. There's only so much you can do in this game, and that's lovely. And I think putting yourself in these situations teaches you things. Like, we should never have engaged the squad down the road, or if we did, I should have gone at the same time as Gangsty and Ouija, and that disconnect is what killed us. But we struggled on for a long time after we should have been gone and got the job done, because we've done it a lot of times before, and we're calm and we're experienced, and we've made those mistakes before, and we know how to recover from them. And sometimes you can't recover all the way, but that is the most fun part of PUBG Mobile. Getting that game sense into your brain by putting yourself through the hard yards here, so that when you get to the end of the game and you've got a 1v1 a guy in a circle that's tight with no cover, this is not an accident. It's people who keep winning don't keep winning games every season because they're getting lucky every season. You can be really, really good at the gunfighting side of things. You can be really, really good at aiming and all that, or you can just work through things tactically. You don't have to be an incredible gunfighter, and it's not always going to mean you're going to end up being a conqueror or something like that, but it will mean you end up having more fun and get better at playing the game. That's what game sense is about, improving. So if you want to improve, drop hot hard early and be aggressive and thoughtful and tactical late, and you'll be a better PUBG Mobile player. Thanks very much for watching. Please share the videos. That would help me very, very much. Like the videos and subscribe. And as always, stay safe on the battlefield and carry a dirty big shotgun. Bye for now.